because once you're triggered, you're like, oh, my face turned red. Ooh. He said I was looking for attention on my WFG scam video. What was that all about? Where I'm going to cover this YouTube comment from an individual. You know who you are. I still got love for you, but we're gonna go into this today. All right. I think it's important to understand where people are coming from. That's one reason why I'm covering this, and also to provide a reasonable response, because I think so often people are ignored or misunderstood or jump to conclusions and hold on to them tightly, and I think we should seek understanding instead and come to conclusions slowly and hold on to them loosely, which is maybe counter to what you believe or what you see other people do in real life. But that's, again, what I try to do, at least. I'm not always successful, but I'm going to do it today, so here we go. Alright, so he left a comment on this video, which the link will be in the description below, and he said, "If you feel you were scammed, call the state's insurance commissioner to tell them what they did and file a complaint. Otherwise, stop complaining! Exclamation point. Yes, we are a network marketing company. What's the problem? Question mark. If you go to any of our product providers, they cannot offer you what we offer." So he's clearly with WFG, which has been established by now. Okay, then I responded in the comment section with, "Sounds like someone didn't watch the whole video, ... because I discussed in that video that WFG is not a scam, but I was also presenting the title as well as my experience from an anti-MLM perspective and providing a pro-MLM perspective. So again, I'm trying to look at both sides of the coin, which is practicing empathy, because you're just trying to see things from another person's perspective, regardless if you like or agree with them. Okay, so that is what I was doing. Okay, he responded back with, "I did, but if you're going to have a headline for clickbait," and spelled bate, B-A-T-E, that's cool, that's cool. This ain't an English clash, I still love you, you know what I'm saying? Class, not clash. Well, it is clashing, but anyways, here we go. He said, "And go from bashing to praising? Make up your mind what you're going to do before you broadcast. WFG scam, they got me good. Please, some people are just looking for attention." If I had hair, that would make sense. I then said the title was written from an anti-MLM perspective, which is why it's important to have empathy. So I'm just reiterating that with him, even though I already talked about that with you. I said the video was from my perspective. So title, video, two different things. And then I said, and there was a plot twist towards the end to a pro-MLM perspective that focuses on understanding people's needs and goals first, and respecting their decisions second. I think so often people are like, here, business opportunity, oh, let me push it in your face, and then not try to understand if you're even looking for one or if we know each other even well enough for me to even do that. But it's cool, it's cool. Because what that does is it tarnishes the relationship part, you know? It's like you're going for the proposal for the wedding or the marriage before you've gotten to know somebody and met their parents and stuff. You know, it's just like, hey, baby steps, okay, dang. But people don't do that. Anyways, that's why I do videos like this, to educate people on not proposing on the first interaction. Alright, so I then said movies and TV shows on the big screen, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, and YouTube do plot twists all the time to get audiences' attention, to keep them engaged, and to leave them wanting more. If you've ever seen a movie and then a sequel, or you know, a main character or protagonist die, unfortunately, then there are, you know, lots of plot twists that happen. Okay, okay. And then I said, not sure why it's an issue on YouTube unless, here's where we got real. Number one, you got triggered, which was probably the case. And number two, you're being unreasonable, which is probably the case as well. So, and that was the end. That was the end of that interaction. And again, I'm trying to have a reasonable response. You know, my approach is brutally honest, but exceedingly kind. Some people may disagree with the kind part, but I did not call anybody out their name, okay? I did not cuss, okay? But I was very direct and assertive and let them know, like, look, okay, here's what was done become correct. All right, and that's, I mean, that's really what life should be. Like, I am open to constructive feedback, and like I said before, like, I try to come to conclusions slowly and hold on to them loosely. Should he change his attitude and tone, I would be like, all right, he's a cool person. You know, I've done videos where, you know, some people have done a 180, and that's cool, you know. But when they try to go in, you know, if you're going to dish it out, you got to be ready to take it. Unfortunately, this person didn't respond back, because then, you know, it's basically left on, you know, he has no rebuttal to my rebuttal. But it's cool. It's cool. That happens. Sometimes people, you know, grenade, comment, woo, you know, and then just like run. And sometimes I'm like, why you gotta throw grenades? Why can't we give hugs instead? Or, you know, come to the fence. Let's talk about it like some two reasonable adults. That doesn't happen a lot, but sometimes it happens, which is cool when it does, because then I'm like, all right, cool. You ain't gotta hop over the fence, right? You can just talk about things, but no, we just wanna shoot bazooka missiles through, you know, over. You know. Anyway, okay, well, lessons learned. I think it's already been said, but I think we should try to seek understanding and try to see things from other people's perspective and try to have a reasonable response to stuff, even when we get triggered, which is actually very difficult. Because once you're triggered, you're like, oh, my face turned red. Ooh. All right. But it's possible, right? Just use some essential oils, some natural solutions, and you're good. You're good. And I think the other aspect is that you really ain't doing much in life unless you got people that are, you know, I call them haters, but they don't see them as themselves as haters, so, you know, they're probably seeing like, I'm fighting a good fight, right? You really ain't doing nothing unless you have somebody that disagrees or dislikes with what you're saying, because that means you're putting yourself out there. Now, I try to focus on fact-based information as well as stories, because I think people connect to the emotional story side of things, because that's how a lot of things are passed down from generation to generation, you know, word of mouth. Before there was the book or the textbook or the written word, people just talked about stuff in stories, and you remember stories. So that's why I do that, you know, facts tell, stories sell. But then there's the logical, reasonable people who focus on just, I need the numbers, I need the facts. And then I present those, and then sometimes even when I present that, they're like, that fact isn't good enough because that contradicts what I believe, so I'm going to give you a piece of my mind. And I'm like, that's not reasonable, okay? Because just because you focus on facts doesn't mean you're automatically reasonable, okay? If you seek understanding, you focus on the truth, specifically objective truth that can be verified. And I try to looking at both sides of the coin in a little more balanced perspective. And I have to mention that because some people are like, what's the purpose of your video, Lance, and why are you doing it? I'm like, that's why, because I have my home team that I root for. You know what I'm saying? But at least I'm trying to look at the other side and present it in a fair way. You may not like that way because sometimes facts are, you know, they say it's saying the truth hurts. Sometimes the truth does hurt, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't try to be hurtful. I just share it, and if you feel some type of way, then you can use some essential oils, and that'll help with the, you know, you got aromatherapy, and boom, there you go. All right. Not trying to minimize it, but there's just, you know, you can't reason with the unreasonable people. So I just say, I love you. Thank you for the engagement. And for everyone else, love you, and just thank you for watching. Okay, there we go. Let's end on a positive note, because that's what it's about. Well, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button if you did. Hit subscribe for future video updates, and most importantly, check out that link in the description below so you can see the smackdown in the comment section. I mean, see how things go down in the DMs. I mean, see how things could go down if... Anyways. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.